Hello everybody and welcome to Anfield for the post-match broadcast brought to you by the Liverpool Echo and the Blood Red podcast. I'm your host Theo Squires and we've got a new microphone today, so hopefully the audio quality should be a bit better. We appreciate it's been dropping out a few times in recent weeks, so let us know in the comments. We're live on YouTube if the quality is any better or if it's rubbish and we need to do something else about it. But yeah, hopefully you can be able to hear me even though we're shouting over the music here at Anfield. But Liverpool have just beaten Ipswich Town 4-1, a really convincing victory from the Reds, and they maintain their 6-point lead at the top of the table. It could have been more, both in terms of the win and the lead at the top of the table. At one point it looked like Arsenal were going to drop points. Nottingham Forest have been absolutely annihilated away at AFC Bournemouth today, but Arsenal got a late 1-0 victory. But it doesn't really matter what the rival teams are doing when Liverpool are in this sort of form. Yet another victory for them, and it was convincing. They started really well against Ipswich, got the opening goal through Dominic Szoboszlai. Ibrahima Konate threads it through. Szoboszlai turns on the edge of the box, carries it into the box, and then finds the bottom corner. It's only, a day after Arne Slot said Konate could improve his ball playing skills from playing out from the back, and he's certainly risen to that, especially as Darwin Núñez did the same thing when Slot said he's going to score more goals last week before the Brentford game. Mysticana strikes again. Now Liverpool get the second goal from Mohamed Salah. Cody Gakpo crosses to the far post. Salah takes a touch and then buries it into the roof of the net. A really powerful strike from him. He was really hunting for that goal. He had a few chances where cutting inside, shots are blocked. The third one, it's a Gravenberch cross into the box, a nice low one. Szoboszlai runs onto it, but it's shot saved from Christian Walton from close range. But Cody Gakpo's there. Simple tap in for him inside the 6-yard box into the empty net to make it 3-0. In the second half, Gakpo gets his second, connects with Trent Alexander-Arnold, cross at the far post, heads home. Really good finish from him. VAR check on it for offside, but goal stands. Lovely, all things considered, 4-0. Now Liverpool, they do concede one late on from a corner. Jacob Reeves heads home. Obviously not too happy about on the touchline. They're such perfectionists at Liverpool, but they get the win, 4-1. Nice 3 points in the bag. As I mentioned at the start of the programme, we are live on YouTube, so get your comments in and I will react to them as and when. So yeah, let us know what you thought of that game. We'll go through the Doyley's player ratings as always, go through some of the all of the full-time results today, where it looked like at one point it's going to be a really good day for Liverpool in terms of the rivals. Today it's just about them. They were dominant against Ipswich. If we look at the possession, they had 71% possession, 1.9 XG to Ipswich's 0.43. They had 16 shots. Ipswich only had 3, 6 on target. Maybe could have been more. Alisson's had to make a couple of saves late on and made a good one from Enciso after he came on. But yeah, really convincing from Liverpool. And there's not much more you can ask. If we look at the Premier League table now, it's still 6 points clear. Liverpool best attack in the league by an absolute mile. They've scored 54. Arsenal second best with Chelsea and Man City on 44. Joint best defence with Arsenal, having conceded 21 goals. And yeah, Liverpool's unbeaten run in the Premier League, dating back to that Nottingham Forest defeat all the way back in September, carries on. And it was a good chance as well, because Liverpool scored their 4th goal today in the, 66th minute. So it was a chance for Arne Slot to rotate a little bit as the game went on, and he took that opportunity. We saw Jadon Danns come on in the 80th minute for Alexis McAllister. We saw Chiesa get another 5 minutes. Endo, Elliott and Núñez all came on in the 68th minute, as we saw Gravenberch given a rest, Gakpo given a rest, and Szoboszlai. It's what Liverpool going to need to do. We're imagining they're going to rotate again against PSV Eindhoven, because they're pretty much, they are through in the Champions League. They should get top spot, so they can rotate against PSV, and then it's Bournemouth away next weekend. I think, let me just double check that. I think that's right. But yeah, that we've seen today, if Bournemouth can go and turn over Forest 5-0, that's not going to be an easy one. You'd like to think Liverpool can fare a little bit better. Tony Graves says he was expecting a 2-0 win, so we can't complain with that. Yeah, 4-1. It was a really good performance from Liverpool. They dominated from start to finish. Could have scored a couple more, but nothing like that. Will asks any injuries. Now, unless Arne Slot confirms anything in the post-match press conference, I don't think so. I think the substitutions for Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai and Gakpo are all just because they were 4-0 up. Like, it was pretty much done as soon as the fourth goal went in. They know it's in the bag, so they don't need to risk by leaving these players on. The only injuries there should be Curtis Jones, Joe Gomez and Diogo Jota. Jones, it'll probably be a touch and go. I don't think he'll be back for PSV. We'll wait and see. No point risking him, though, is there, when it's a game that Liverpool don't really need to do much in. They already should get top spot. They should have enough strength and depth to win that game in Eindhoven regardless. Gomez and Jota are probably a few weeks away at least with those hamstring and muscle injuries. John's commented on the audio, saying it's much better, really hoping that Wolves would have done us a favour. Oh well, just keep winning. Yeah, it was so close for that Wolves game. Obviously, you can't really follow it from afar when you're watching Liverpool play Ipswich at Anfield, but Arsenal only won 1-0, and they were playing with 10 men from the 43rd minute. Wolves had a man sent off themselves in the 70th minute, but Wolves had more possession. You did hope at one point that they'd do Liverpool a favour, but it wasn't to be. Looks like it's pretty even on the shots, and if it's Calafiori who scored the Arsenal goal, you'd imagine it's another set-piece strike for them. But yeah, fair play to Arsenal. They get the win. They're still trailing Liverpool by 6 points, having played a game more. Anything else has come through there? No, yeah, that's all that's really there to talk about. Nottingham Forest get absolutely battered 5-0 at AFC Bournemouth. So they will be, 10 points? No, 10 points behind? 9 points behind? So, yeah, 9 points behind now. Chelsea will be breathing down their necks if they get the winner away at Man City. Or Man City are pulling themselves back into top four contention. That's the evening kickoff today, 5:30 p.m. But obviously we'll be in the Arne Slot press conference. Carl thought it would be 3-0. You're close enough, aren't you? It was a 3-goal margin. But yeah, really good win from Liverpool. Let's have a look at Doyley's player ratings whilst waiting for more comments to come in. Gravenberch, I think it was his star man. Yeah, he's given Gravenberch a 9. Excellent performance from the Dutchman, who constantly anticipated danger, moved the ball forward and played a big part in the third goal. Subbed. Gravenberch was superb. We've spoken about his form in recent weeks. Maybe he's a bit fatigued, but he was back to his best today. He was turning really well, getting away from defenders, winning the ball back, intercepting everything, and then making those really good forward passes and runs, breaking through the defence. And he played a really nice part in that third goal. It was a great low cross for him. He's unfortunate not to get the assist with Szoboszlai's initial strike saved. We also have 8 from McAllister and Salah, Trent Alexander as well, who gets the assist for the fourth goal. Szoboszlai and Gakpo. As you can tell from these ratings, it was a pretty convincing performance from Liverpool. If you want to go and read Ian Doyle's player ratings, they are now live on the Liverpool Echo website. Liverpool player ratings and Gravenberch sensational, and 5 others excellent in win versus Ipswich. Yeah, really good showing from Liverpool there. No injuries to report. Any more comments coming in? I don't think so. Well, who else can we talk about? Let's talk about Szoboszlai. Had a really good game before he came. I feel like he was involved in the final third. Scores a really good goal. Gakpo was great again. He brought back in on that left-hand side with Luis Diaz starting up front. Gets a couple of goals, and he's in a brilliant run of form at the moment, isn't he, Cody Gakpo? He's probably having his best goal-scoring season for Liverpool. Let's have a look how many he's got now. He'll be a pretty good haul. I've got a feeling he's the second leading goal scorer this season now. So he's got 14 this season. He's already matched his best for Liverpool in a league season. He got 8 last year in the Premier League, 7 in his first half season. So he's got 8 for the league season now, 14 in all comps from 32 games. Not bad when you consider he doesn't start every game. 5 assists as well. But yeah, he's just been great run of form in front of goal. I think it's since November or something, most of his goals have come. Scored 2 against Ipswich, 1 against United, 1 against West Ham, Leicester, Fulham, Man City, Real Madrid. Yeah, he's just a really rich run since November. So fair play to him. Long may that continue. Obviously, it's a blessing for Liverpool when they've got other forwards contributing to goals, so you're not all relying on Mohamed Salah. But it's never a bad thing when you are relying on Mohamed Salah, because he is just in ridiculous form himself. His 23rd goal of the season today, if I'm right. Yes, his 23rd. He's got 17 assists, 40 goal contributions from 32 games. The man is ridiculous. The banner, he fires a bow, now give Mo his dough, to the message to FSG. That was back on the cop today, and he responded. I think it's the first time we've seen him actually celebrate with that Archer celebration for a while, but he did that as well. So hopefully there'll be a resolution to those contract talks at some point, because he's in such good form at the moment. He's got 19 Premier League goals now this season, so he's already scored more in the league than he managed in the entire of last season. He's matched his entire season total in 22-23 and in the title-winning year in 2019-20. He got 22 in the league in 18-19 and 20-21, and then he got 23 in 21-22. So let's be honest, he's going to get his records haul for Liverpool in the Premier League this season, or second record, I should say, because he only needs 4 goals to level that. 32 is his current record from his first season, the 17-18. You wouldn't bet against him the way he's going at the moment, but getting close to that. But we'll see if he can get past that 40-goal barrier, because he's just in ridiculous form. What other comments have we got? SDP says, a great win. Don't understand why Chiesa only gets 10 minutes, never gives Mo a rest. Mo Salah doesn't really need a rest, though, does he, half the time? Because he's just so determined to play, and you know he's always good for a goal. And you've got to remember, PSV Eindhoven away, it's a game Liverpool don't really need to do much in. They can rotate massively in that. So you think that would be a good chance to maybe even leave Mohamed Salah at home, start Federico Chiesa. We'll wait and see. We'll have a press conference in Eindhoven. It is Tuesday evening. Open trading is Tuesday afternoon. So we already know by the time they do the press conference whether Salah has travelled or if he's just been left at home. See what Arne Slot does with the squad there. But it'll be certainly interesting. Considering Liverpool could just rotate completely. They could put Kelleher in goal, Conor Bradley, Tsimikas, Kwanzaa. Can't do too much in midfield with Curtis Jones' injury, but I suppose you could put Harvey Elliott in. And then Darwin Núñez can come back in up front. You've got Chiesa and a couple of other kids maybe could go off the bench. Endo will come into midfield, won't he, you'd imagine. You've got Jadon Danns there, Trey and Yoni maybe. I think he's in the Champions League squad. So there is plenty of options there for Arne Slot to rotate against Eindhoven, because he's just got to match Barcelona as a result, isn't it? Or is it a point to get top spot? Something like that. Liverpool are almost there. And even if you don't get top spot, top 2 seeds, it's basically the same thing in terms of the advantages you get going forward. 5:19 now, so not had kickoff yet. Man City versus Chelsea, I should say. We'll go through the rest of the scores. Bournemouth 5, Nottingham Forest 0, Brighton Hove Albion 0, Everton 1. I will focus on this one a little bit, Liverpool's Mersey rivals, because we know we've got the Merseyside derby coming up in a little while, don't we? And I believe Everton did lose a few players to injury today. I think they finished with 10 men. I think Mangala came off injured. They lost Calvert-Lewin to injury early on, and they might have lost another player in there, whether it was Ndai or Toure or Lindstrom. I'm pretty sure I saw another one. So they could have a few injuries to contend with when you've got the Merseyside derby in a week and a half, is it? A couple of weeks? Something like that. Sorry, I've not got that memorised. I really should do, shouldn't I? I should do better for you guys. So it's Bournemouth next weekend. PSV Eindhoven midweek, Bournemouth next weekend, then Tottenham, then Plymouth, then it'll be Everton on the 12th, won't it? So, yeah, a couple of weeks. Might have a few layoffs by then, we'll see. Maybe that's one where you can see Diogo Jota back or Curtis Jones. Be good ones to have the depth stronger there, won't it? Any more comments coming in? I don't think so. Back to the scores. Southampton 1, Newcastle United 3. Southampton actually took the lead in that one, so it did look like for a minute that it could go a good result for Liverpool, though Newcastle were still a fair way behind in the terms of the table, though they have been one of the informed teams in the Premier League recently. But yeah, they're 12 points behind Liverpool. So 6 points clear of Arsenal, 9 clear of Forest, 12 clear of Newcastle, 13 clear of Chelsea and Bournemouth, and then 15 clear of Man City. So it's looking rosy for Liverpool in the Premier League table. Any other players we want to pick out? Let's have a look at the lineup. We've done Salah, we know rests for some players. Robertson, we'll give Robertson a shout out. I thought he was impressive today. Obviously, he's not had the best season in terms of consistency and form. He's been in and out the side, but he responded well today. He was up against a tricky couple of wingers, pacey, like Imari Hutchinson, Wes Burns before he went off injured. So yeah, he dealt well with the pace there. Wasn't caught out too many times, and when they did get past him, he got back and won the ball back. So I thought it was an encouraging display from him. Certainly one in the right direction. It'd be interesting to see what Arne Slot does with his left backs against PSV and then against Bournemouth. Like, it was 2 games for Tsimikas, and then Robertson came back in today. So do you give Robertson 2 and then keep him for Bournemouth, or do you revert to Tsimikas? Certainly be interesting. Looking at Liverpool's other chances, we'll say Alexander-Arnold, he hit the post and then he fizzed one wide from quite some distance. He was unlucky not to get his name on the score sheet, but he gets his assist. We've already mentioned that Salah had a couple. Szoboszlai fizzed one wide. Gravenberch and McAllister, I think, fizzed a couple wide as well in the first half. It was a good display from Liverpool. Another dominant performance from them at Anfield, and they are in ridiculous form against some of these sides. So it'll be interesting to see just how much rotation we see in midweek. I'm saying see a lot there. But yeah, Liverpool's record now, 116, drawn 5, lost 1 in the Premier League, unbeaten since September. It's going to take something special for teams to overhaul them now, or they're going to need to slip up massively, and you just don't see it at the moment. Honestly, touch wood. Don't want to jinx anything. We are still live on YouTube. Get your comments in if you've got anything to say. I can see quite a few of you watching along, so thanks for your support. Thanks as ever to our sponsors, NordVPN, for helping us with everything we do. It's part of the reason why we've got these fancy new equipment, to be honest. These are nice new microphones. I'll show you if I can. See this? So that is telling me our audio volumes, and it's the receiver. I've got this little one here that's picking up the audio. It means my hands are free, so I don't have to hold that clunky microphone that was dipping in and out. And I think we've got another mic in the box as well. We should be getting some more equipment for the overall Blood Red podcast soon, so hopefully you'll see some improvements, or you'll notice the difference. Hopefully you have today anyway. But yeah, what can I say? A really good win for Liverpool against a team struggling at the bottom of the table. Ipswich, they must be in a relegation, surely. Then lost 6-0 last week, lost 4-1 today. Yeah, they're in the relegation zone on goal difference now. Probably already were on goal difference. -26. It's not been a good week for them, but it's still only a few worse than Wolves. Everton are now 7 clear of the drop zone with a game in hand. Granted, that's against Liverpool. So the bottom 4, Wolves, Ipswich, Leicester and Southampton, you'd imagine that's going to be the relegation dogfight unless Everton get dragged back into it. Liverpool running clear at the top of the table. Forest falling back a little bit by their defeat today. Arsenal hanging on by the skin of their teeth. All in all, another good Premier League weekend for Liverpool, as they maintain that 6-point lead, and a number of players step up again, put in good performances. The squad's looking so strong at the moment. We've got just over a week until the transfer window closes. Will Liverpool add to it before the window closes? We'll wait and see. If not, you can't really complain about the squad they've got at the moment, providing they keep staying clear of those injuries, and most of them are doing. Hopefully Curtis Jones' one's not too bad, and he'll be back in a couple of games' time. I think Arne Slot said he wasn't sure for PSV, he wasn't sure for Bournemouth. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he can be back after that. Waiting for a further update on Jota and Joe Gomez. But the squad's looking good. The players are all getting minutes. And they're all coming on and making an impact. Like Wataru Endo was actually really good off the bench there. He got clobbered in the face at one point by a knee. And he just got back up after a little bit of treatment and won the ball back straight away, getting loud cheers from the crowds. But a really good performance from Liverpool. And unless you've got any more comments coming in, I will call that a day so I can get down to Arne Slot's press conference. I can see he's doing some sort of broadcast interview at the moment. It's just come up on the monitor next to me, so I need to race down to hear him in time for his Liverpool post-match press conference. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't seen the goals or the game, whatever, I'm sure most of you haven't, because it's blackout, isn't it, over here in the UK, 3 p.m. kickoff. Well worth a watch or match of the day tonight. Liverpool played really well, some lovely goals. Or if you can't stay out that late, you'll find the highlights of the goals somewhere like Sky Sports or something. But yeah, stay tuned to the Blood Red channel. We'll have the Blood Red podcast again on Monday. I think that'll be me, Doyley and Joe Rimmer. So yeah, we'll look over Wolves again and then look ahead to PSV Eindhoven. And we'll also have all your usual reaction to this one with, I've already mentioned Doyley's player ratings. They're on the website now. You have his analysis piece, Paul Gorst's verdict, and then all the quotes from the managers and whatever players we can get in the mix zone. Yeah, thanks as always for tuning in. Thanks for your support. And until next time, have a good evening, guys.